meet JT. It's going to be my first time using the Trophyline tree saddle and mission platform and mini sticks, but weather's been kind of crappy the last couple of days. It's broke today for some better deer hunting weather. So going to meet JT somewhere, and then we're gonna head to a piece of public that I scouted out, and we're gonna hang two different sets but pretty close to each other, gives a couple different points of view, and just change it up, have a little fun. And JT's there to kind of coach me a little bit if I'm doing something wrong with the tree saddle. So here we go. Look at that pretty little ride.
That was a nice ride.
Holy crap, I had to do 48 miles an hour so you could keep up with me.
Listen, I had all 4 cylinders pegged out, all right? What do you think?
Got your summer footwear on?
Yeah, you know.
Alright, so JT and I just hooked up. We're going to head out. This is my first saddle hunt ever. JT's going to make sure I don't hang myself out there and do it the right way. But going to head into the small public piece. And I scouted it a couple weeks ago, a couple days before bow season opened. And we're going to set up. There's a pretty good structure in here. I think that the wind's not good right now for where we planned on going. But I think the thermals, where the way the geography is here, is going to kind of help us in the other direction. So once we get in there, we'll get a feel for it. If not, there's some really good oak flats in there either way that we can get in some area where there should be some deer action. Right, JT?
That's right.
You know right where we're going.
I know right where we're at. I know right where we're going. No. That's kind of cool.
Okay, I am in. I don't know how long it took me to get set up, but I do know I'm sweating my nuts off. Not as high as it would normally be. But JT and I are in here in public. JT's probably no more than 80, 100 yards to my southwest. Tons of acorns, tons of oaks. I'm actually in an old fence line that comes down into this woods. I'm gonna cool down for a minute, I think my top on, and finish getting set up here, but that's where we're at. We're hunting public in New York. I think today's October 13th. It's my very first time hunting from a saddle. I've got a lot to learn.
Right now, Chad's about 100 yards. I haven't seen him in a little bit, but last I saw him, he was about 100 yards to my north. Supposed to have a west wind tonight, blowing out towards these ag fields. And he started getting on some real fresh sign, 2 scrapes right next to each other, and he saw a big rub. So he's setting up on that. Just acorns dropping everywhere. There's 2 big white oaks right in front of me. Found a nice tree. It's got a little lean to it. It's got a couple smaller trees with some leaves on it, so I'm going to get as high up on this as I can. I got a shot to the east behind me. Yeah, I can see Chad moving. He's 100 yards away. But we think this is where the deer are funneling through here. So he's set up there, I'm set up here. Just going to get set up, and hopefully these deer come out of here. They should be bedded, or at least he thinks that they'll be bedded to the west of us. A good bit. But the spot looks real good.
Basically the setup is this. I'm not far from private. I'm coming in from another spot that most people can access. Most people can't access for quite a distance here because of all the private. I'm expecting on my strong side, I'm hoping, movement comes from that direction to here. JT and I found a couple scrapes over here. And JT's probably 100 yards south of me. We're both hunting where this pinches down, and kind of like a delta. Everything transitions down through here. We wanted to go deeper, but it was getting a little late. We found some sign, we hung our sets on them. So I really wanted to set up closer to the scrape over there, but there just was like one shot to the scrape. Everything else around me was just too many horizontal branches that were really preventing much. So I moved a little bit north of there, and I definitely have a lot more shots here. There's a long hedgerow here that runs out to private, and then that bleeds in out in front of me to a bunch of briars. Not thick, but there's a lot of briars that they've been browsing on. And that's where the scrape is. Well, I'm gonna back it up. Just had a small buck come through. He's probably over where JT is right now. Little 4 or 6 point. Couldn't tell. It was too dark. But November 6th. Finally getting a chance to hunt myself. And trying to keep it quiet. I just got in the saddle. Derek and I put up another set. He's probably 60, 70 yards to the east of me. Over my shoulder, you might be able to see the meadow, but I'm trying to be quiet because the wind's out of the south, and I'm pretty sure right now I smell a rotten buck. So, and it's heavy bedding about 40 yards from me, and then I got a water hole right here that you'll see. It's probably no more than 15 yards long. I swear I just seen something move through the brush over there. It's no more than maybe 15 yards long by, probably the same wide, 15 yards wide. And 70 degrees today, so we figured I'd go mobile. I threw the saddle up over this water hole, and Derek is about 70 yards from me. I've been doing nothing but filming Jody and Marissa and Derek, and I've probably hunted 5 times this year myself. Picked the saddle tonight to go mobile over this water hole, catch them coming out of the brush to the meadow. Derek and I had heavy action this morning. Buck cruising like crazy, so hoping to catch a buck coming to this water. And I'm in the saddle, my Trophyline saddle, my booty hammock. Being able to pivot around the tree. I just tucked him behind the tree. He looked at me for a second and went about his business. got my first shot off from the tree saddle. Held my bow back forever. Looked like a good hit. Quartering to a little bit, but I got real good penetration. I'm gonna watch it back really quick before it's too late.
Got kind of tight in here. We got into the brush. Found this doe. She actually didn't go that far, but she didn't bleed out that good because I shot her quartering to and it came out, and her intestines are blocking the hole. But fun hunt. I've only been behind the bow, I don't even know, 5-6 times this year. So I was sitting in the saddle for the first time. My first harvest from the tree saddle. It was a lot of fun. I definitely seen the benefits of being able to hide behind a tree. I'm in an 8-inch tree maybe, and this doe kind of figured me out. It was last light, and I just tucked in behind the tree, and she kind of gave up on me. And then I drew back and held back on her for a while. She actually walked out of frame, and I was like, God, do I let down or not let down? Because then she's probably gonna bust me. She actually didn't walk back into frame, just up on the top corner, and I was able to put a good shot on her. Hit her in the far shoulder, quartering to, and it came out, like I said, her gut. So we're gonna get her cleaned up, drag her out of here, and Derek and I are gonna be back in the same sets tomorrow morning. See what we can do. Derek's gonna be in a different stand than me, and we'll see what we can do.
My nuts are just getting split down the middle. Oh yeah, got some serious moose knuckle going on.
JT driving in Grandma's car because his truck's in for work, but holy crap, doesn't mean he's got to drive like an old lady. Look at that pretty little ride.
That's a nice ride.
Holy crap, I had to be 48 miles an hour so you can keep up with me.
Listen, I had all 4 cylinders pegged out, alright?
So hey, if you're thinking about getting into a tree saddle, head on over to Trophyline.com and make sure when you check out, you put in the discount code Draper, TL10, and you'll get yourself 10% off your purchase. This particular saddle I'm using is the Ambush Light. I like it a lot. It's got the mesh, it's breathable, and super comfortable. So anyway, thanks for checking out the video. If you like it, give her a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe.